Hey everybody, this is J-Town with 9 Volt Games. Today I'm going to be reviewing Dead Island. So in the spirit of community reviews, I just want everybody to know I haven't finished the game, but I don't want anybody to say, well, how can you review a game without finishing it, blah blah blah. As Craig has said before, I couldn't agree more. You know, we're not journalists that get paid to sit and play video games all day long. We don't get copies of the game weeks ahead of time. Um, we all have full-time jobs to pay the bills. We only get to play games for a couple hours a day. Sometimes we have to stay up late and do it. Or we usually have to wait until the price drops, before we can even afford to buy them. So, with that said, that's why we dedicate our site to real gamers, real reviews, because gaming is a hobby. It's not a job. That's how we like it for now. Now on to the game. Dead Island, kind of started with a lot of pre-release hype due to a certain trailer. I like to call this trailer the Dead Island Rewind trailer. It showed kind of a gruesome scene of a family. They were ravaged by zombies, staying in a resort hotel, and their daughter becomes infected and starts attacking them. It's some pretty creepy stuff. So, what was significant about the trailer, though, is it began at the end of the story and showed the events in slow motion rewind before showing again forward in real time. So really the trailer became as artsy as it really was effective in illustrating the emotions the game was promised to show. And also recent reports state that copies of Dead Island are pretty hard to come by, probably due to the huge hype from the trailer. All I can say, Dead Island did not disappoint. But it's still not really exactly everything I expected, and I'll tell you why. Dead Island seemed to me like a hybrid of, I would say, Fallout and maybe Left 4 Dead. But the RPG zombie love child still didn't really live up to either of its parents as a whole. Like Fallout, Dead Island has main quests, as well as optional side quests. They can all be completed for experience. You can choose which ones, waypoints, things like that. It also has a good system for upgradable weapons, with weapon stats, level requirements. It also has a fairly effective travel system, that uses the waypoints and the fast travel and stuff like that. So that's all pretty good. Dead Island holds on to Fallout's addictive nature because it's based on grinding levels, plundering containers for cash, items, weapons, things like that. That's how it really compares and stands up to it. And even as buggy as Fallout was, Dead Island's menu system is even more frustrating, to tell you the truth. For example, say you have 5 batteries in your menu. In your inventory, you want to sell a couple of them. You place your cursor on the batteries, you sell them, but the cursor jumps to some other random spot in your inventory. So then you have to scroll through the already sluggish menu to find the batteries again before you can sell even a second one. It takes forever to empty out your inventory. Alright? So I also tried to change online options, but the game wouldn't let me choose them. Instead, it jumps to the display and control options menu, so I really hope they patch those up soon. Like its other parent, Left 4 Dead, Dead Island has some pretty intense zombie set pieces. The first chapter isn't too difficult, so you can kind of ease into the gameplay, but when you reach, the next couple of chapters, difficulty level gets bumped up a little. There's further to travel between missions, and there are more zombies throughout the landscape, so as you're running, you can either run, get the attention of a bunch of zombies and have them follow you, or you can really stop and fight all of them. Each one, if you fight and stop and fight, you get your experience. If you just run, you'll be able to do more missions quicker and level up that way faster. So the pacing of the game is really there. And the pacing overall is good as well. It gradually ups the difficulty, giving harder missions, introducing new zombie types, but it also levels you up fast enough, gives you better weapons, you find weapons in the landscape to kind of handle the difficulty. Game starts out strictly melee weapons, but a couple of chapters in it starts to introduce more guns. But I still find myself going back to the melee weapons. Love crushing skulls, severing limbs, and it's a lot more effective. My favorite weapon is the electrified machete. It's been so effective. Slice off a zombie's head and watch them, convulse on the ground. And that's my favorite one. Unlike Left 4 Dead, however, controls are very sluggish. I noticed this from the beginning. It was kind of a pain, but until I got used to it. And actually now, it kind of immerses me more into the world. I can feel that my character has a weight to him. His actions, his items, the different items are slower and more sluggish, and you really feel like you're in there. So, all in all, unlike also Left 4 Dead, single player is you all by yourself. The other three characters don't come in as bots. Sometimes you want their help, but now I know that Craig and Dan and other people have their copies. I really want to try the co-op and get other people in there because I haven't tried that yet. So Dead Island is fun, but it's sometimes frustrating. But it does hold the recipe for overall long-term success. That recipe is equal parts fun gameplay, multiplayer online co-op, lots of character leveling, lots and lots of looting. Love the looting. So as for now, I give Dead Island, say, 8 out of 10 volts. Game is fun. I love electrifying zombies. Their heads flop off. But the behind-the-scenes stuff kind of needs to be easier to navigate. It takes away from the overall experience. It really does. So my score may change after I play some co-op or if they fix the menus. But for now, that's what I'm giving it as a real gamer. So that's my real review. So I'll show you some gameplay here. These are my weapons. The ones I have now. You can see I have one gun here on the left. Everything else is a melee weapon. That's a sledgehammer that has a heavy mod on it. You can see the heavy mod to the left. Flaming baton, venomized axe, poison. That's my electrified machete. Love it. Quick and effective. Now here's the menus. Quests are okay. Here they all right there, shows the experience. On the left here is the map. Shows your path you're going to take and shows all the different points on there. This is your inventory. There's your weapons, your miscellaneous, which are your add-ons. When you pull up to a bench and you want to upgrade and repair your weapons, and you need these to add your mods to them. This is your skill tree. Pretty good skill tree. Not really anything spectacular. I've really been trying to up my melee because it's just annoying when I'm sitting there hacking at a zombie and he's not going down. And a little bit about the health, because it's also annoying when they kill me. Even though you just start out, you lose a little bit of money, so what? That's fine. But that's what I'm really trying to do. I'm not trying to do anything spectacular, just a rough and tough melee guy myself. Players, if you have more players in your online co-op, and that's the menu. And otherwise, it's a great game. Graphics are very good. Gameplay is fun, and obviously I'm still playing it. I'm looking forward to finishing it up. So thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll talk to you later. Peace out.